the NFL on EA Sports as we get set for a Super Bowl 48 rematch. It's the Broncos and the Hawks on Monday Night Prime Time.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Tonight it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, welcoming you to the end of Week 1 of the 2022 season. And the appeal for this one, it's obvious. No surprise it's been saved for primetime, CD. These two franchises involved in a blockbuster deal in the offseason that, of course, dealt that quarterback from Seattle to Denver, and now he gets to face his former team.
That quarterback, Russell Wilson, and his first game back in Seattle, his biggest deal, making sure he goes to the proper locker room. Let's face it, Denver had to have a quarterback. We're used to this franchise being one of the best ones in the NFL. 5 straight losing seasons despite talented rosters. Seattle, they experienced their first losing season last year since 2011, going 7-10. As we begin this new season, high expectations for both, but both with major differences leading their squads.
First of 2 here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Time for our first look at the Denver offense, and of course the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
The Denver Broncos knew exactly what they wanted when they acquired Russell Wilson. They wanted to bring in a quarterback who was durable, consistent, and a proven winner to take a talented roster back to the postseason. And Russell Wilson, he was all of those things in Seattle. 1 losing record in 10 seasons, missed only 3 games in that time, and made 9 Pro Bowls.
First play, Wilson wants to throw it. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. These fans here in Seattle getting the chance to see Russell Wilson play his first game for a franchise other than theirs. And Russell's 10 seasons in a Seahawk uniform, he went 104, 53-1 in the regular season, threw for over 37,000 yards, almost 300 touchdowns. A Pro Bowler 9 of his 10 seasons with the Seahawks, and of course led them to victory over, ironically, the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 48. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ballgame, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returnable for Lockett. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
As I remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia, he was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Now Geno on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal.
Throwing now is Geno. Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin. A 9-yard touchdown ground.
And the Seahawks are on the board here first in the season opener.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Phillips now from the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
Oh, a costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. Back to throw, Smith. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marquise Goodwin. Already his second touchdown here this opening weekend.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The extra point now coming from Myers.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. 3rd down here.
The CD, as we look at this draft class, this offense received quite a bit of help this past April. It's a group very focused on this side of the ball, particularly when you look at those early picks.
Yeah, when you look at the top of the board, it's pretty clear that
pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
And when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
Now it's Lockett. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, it's Smith. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith, a quick throw, but incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it 4th down. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. The kick by McManus is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing a kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Throwing is Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
Now Wilson, he'll drop this down to Williams.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Eluded, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal.
It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The kick by McManus is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Seahawks going to take over now late in this 1st half. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line.
A big pickup there on 3rd and 6. And even 40 yards.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. Here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. Andy Dalton with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Derrick Henry, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Broncos in that first half. And the rushing numbers should tell the story of why they trail at the half. They're still in single digits in yardage as a team through 2 quarters of play. That's not good. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Ready. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to next-gen stats.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So now we'll look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Wilson finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Again, it's Williams. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete. A misconnection there. He's had just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
Again, Wilson. Escaping and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1, oh good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns in 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
On first down, Wilson.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Flushed out right. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Holding. Offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great play there. With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Darrell Taylor now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Looking to throw. Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Throwing is Smith. And he fends him off.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Left side complete to Lockett. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Smith going to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start this season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. The best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Play action. It's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick.
Here's second and a yard.
Now Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Hey, at least they were running the ball on the final play instead of trying to throw it to rub it in, but they still got in the end zone. I kind of blame that, though, defensively. They were just kind of not even willing to stop them.
Yeah, they had an opportunity, but I think they looked at the scoreboard and said it doesn't matter either way, and that probably affected them on that play and ended up giving a hard score.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Seahawks, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.
I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it, and I own it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, and the